F1 brings the excitement and adrenaline rush of F1 racing to the big screen. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you guys are new. My name is Josh and welcome to my review of F1. Now, before we dive into my review of F1, I just want to preface this by saying there are no spoilers in this video. So if you have not yet seen the movie, don't worry, I'm not going to spoil anything for you. Now, without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into my review by starting off with a quick summary. F1 is a movie about an up-and-coming F1 driver who has to work with a veteran racer in order to hopefully take his team to victory and secure his spot among the greats. Now, before we dive into my thoughts on this movie, let's go over the cast. So first up, we've got Brad Pitt, who is playing Sonny Hayes, Damson Idris, who is playing Joshua Pierce, Javier Bardem as Ruben, Kerry Condon as Kate, Tobias Menzies as Peter, and lastly, Sarah Niles as Bernadette. We also have a quick cameo by Lewis Hamilton as himself in this movie. Now, moving on to my thoughts on this movie, I'm going to start out with the things that I liked. So firstly, this movie's cinematography is fantastic and the soundtrack pairs very well with it. I really like how they shot some scenes to make it feel like you are right in the middle of the action on the racetrack, and how others make you feel like you're behind the wheel of the cars. I also really like the story here. It's good, it's fresh, and it's original, and by the end of the movie, it makes you really care about the team. I also really like the characters in this movie as well. I think my favorite is going to be Sonny Hayes, the character that is played by Brad Pitt in this movie. I just like the energy that this character brings to the movie. I also like how over the course of this movie we do get character arcs where in the beginning certain characters come into this movie with a certain mindset or a certain mentality, and by the end of this movie they've all learned how to adapt and how to change and how to be better people overall, and more specifically how to really work as a team. Now, I already mentioned a little bit about this earlier, but I really do like Brad Pitt's performance in this movie. Again, I really do like his character, Sonny Hayes, in this movie. And again, I really like the energy and the charisma and just the almost sort of grit and wittiness that his character brings to this movie. I also really like Damson Idris' character in this movie, and I definitely think that Damson Idris should get more roles because I feel like his character in this movie does a very good job at conveying different emotions like joy, happiness, and I feel like his character also worked very well alongside Brad Pitt's character, and I feel like their sort of chemistry throughout the film was very enjoyable to see. And then lastly, I also really liked Javier Bardem's character, and he works really well alongside the other characters in this movie, and more specifically the banter that him and Pitt have in this movie is funny at times. Sometimes it can be a little cringy, but overall I think that the dynamic between these two characters specifically works out really well. Now, moving on to things I did not like about this movie. I don't really have any complaints here. I think that this movie is perfectly fine. I think it's a fun summer blockbuster movie, and I think it's a really enjoyable film if you just want to watch something that has good action, good adrenaline, and also the characters in this movie are very fun and engaging to watch. Of course, this movie being a work of fiction, not everything in this movie is realistic, of course. Certain things have less dramatic effects or more dramatic effects, and this movie isn't 100% rooted in reality, but that's going to be with any Hollywood production movie. But that's not necessarily something I did not like with this movie. It's just something I saw online and just wanted to voice my opinion on, that some people are complaining about the fact that this movie isn't 100% realistic, and I think that's valid, but I also think it's important to really realize that even though this movie is essentially based in reality, not everything is 100% realistic here, and that's perfectly fine. Now, lastly, as far as my rating for this movie, I'm going to give this movie an A+, because again, I really like the story here. I also really like the characters in this movie and how well they all play off of each other. I also like the racing elements here as well. Although they're not 100% based in reality and they're not 100% realistic, they still do a good job implementing some things from Formula One into this movie and keeping it largely based in reality, although it has that typical Hollywood twist where there are some overly dramatic or less dramatic effects in this movie as compared to what would actually happen in real life. But that is going to conclude my review of F1. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Did you go check out this movie? Are you going to go check out this movie in theaters? Or are you waiting for this movie to hit Apple TV Plus, as this is an Apple TV Plus original movie? And if you made it to the end of this video, I just want to give you a big thank you. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see you all in the next video.